Hello viewers, we'll be going over JNUG and JDST. In this video, we'll be using the day-by-day probability model as our support and resistance gauges, and these models are based on past trends that are similar to the current trend but not identical, so do keep that in mind. So let's start off with the technical analysis for JNUG. On Friday, it closed below 1.3%, and on the 1 hour chart, we are now approaching to negative MACD. And as for the 4 hour chart, we were touching overbought RSI earlier on this week. And as for the daily chart we have here, we are starting to make higher highs, which is a positive sign that there is upward momentum in play. And we saw last week that we see the 9-day moving average converge onto the 18-day moving average, the blue and purple line respectively. So now let's head back to the day-by-day probability model. And what we have here is we only have one model and the sample size is small, so it's not statistically significant. So we'll be using JDST forecast. So we'll base it on this. As we progress to the 7th day, we have a 50% chance for JDST to climb higher between 0 to 20% and to the downside at 25% chance for it to fall between 0 to negative 20%, and further extreme case to the downside, 25% chance to fall between negative 20% to negative 41%. So we'll be using up 20% and down 20% as our support and resistance. So if JNUG were to climb higher, say up 20%, that price range is roughly around $131.18. And if we expand out further to find any possible resistance level that coincides with that range, and we somewhat do see that range level coincide with the March 17th. And now to the downside, if JNUG were to fall 20%, that price range is roughly around, say, $85.30. And we also see that we made support around back in June 15 at that range as well. So now let's examine JDST. JDST on Friday closed above 82 basis points on the 1 hour chart. We are now approaching to the positive MACD. As for the 4 hour chart, if we examine, we were oversold on the RSI. And if we expand that further onto the daily chart, we are seeing it continue to make lower lows, which is an inverse of JNUG. So it's as expected. So now let's examine JDST. So again, we'll be using up 20% and down 20% as our support and resistance levels. So if JNUG, or I should say JDST, were to climb higher 20%, that price range is roughly around $20.40. And we also see previous support levels around that range. And since we're below support, that now act as a resistance. And 20% to the downside is roughly around the price range of, say, $13.65. And let's examine GDXJ, which is an underlying asset for JNUG and JDST. For GDXJ, if we examine on the 4 hour chart, we start to see a slight divergence on the 4 hour MACD, and we were overbought on the RSI as well. And if we expand that onto the daily chart, we see a reversal on Thursday, which is a bit concerning that we most likely try and encounter a temporary support, which is possibly around the 9-day moving average, which acts as support. Reason why we're above previous resistance level, and that price level is roughly around $48. So in this video, we went over JNUG and JDST as well as JDXJ, and the models are now available in the link below, so do check it out. If you enjoyed this content, feel free to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching.